No charges will be filed in a Williamsport homicide. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, and this is 570 News on the Go, brought to you in part by NorthCentralPA.com. A chance of showers and thunderstorms today, a high in the mid-70s. The victim and the shooter have been identified in the weekend homicide in Williamsport, and police say at this time no charges will be filed. City police say 40-year-old Andrew Tubbs was fatally shot by his 21-year-old son, Caden Tubbs. On Saturday, Andrew Tubbs was involved in an altercation with his father, with whom he resided at the home at 2206 Central Avenue. The father contacted Caden Tubbs, and when Caden arrived, there was an altercation between Andrew and Caden. Andrew produced a knife, and in response, Caden produced a legally owned firearm and discharged it, striking and killing Andrew. Caden was detained at police headquarters and interviewed. Following a consultation with the Lycoming County District Attorney's Office, it was determined that no charges will be filed against Caden at this time. However, it still remains an active investigation. The Daily Item reports industrial real estate developer PNK has applied for a curative amendment in Gregg Township over land use restrictions. If approved, it would allow a data center to be installed in the commercial manufacturing district in the Great Stream Commons Park along Route 15. PNK is holding an open house this week for Union County and Allenwood residents as they want to install a closed-loop data center in an unoccupied building in the industrial park. PNK owns 2 properties at the Great Stream Commons, totaling 158 acres. A hearing on the curative amendment is set for May 4th. Students and staff at the Central Mountain High School returned to class on Monday with new security protocols in place. Last week, classes were mostly remote after the middle school and high school received threats. The new security protocols include locked, secure, and single-point entries, a visitor ID badge system, and mandatory staff-escorted visits. Penn Live reports the return to class with the new protocols went smoothly, with 900 students at the high school going through the screening in just 45 minutes on Monday. The investigation into the threats is ongoing. Late last week, the state police reported they identified the suspects, but no names were released. Penn Live reports the Department of Environmental Protection has levied a $60,000 fine against Eureka Resources of Lycoming County. The fine is a result of 16,000 gallons of gas and oil fracking liquid waste that was discharged from their Williamsport facility last year. Some of that waste made its way to the West Branch of the Susquehanna River. Eureka had been storing about 1.3 million gallons of liquid waste in 70 tanks at their facility on 2nd Street in Williamsport when a fitting on one of the tanks became corroded and leaked. A Williamsport council member and well-known businesswoman has passed away. Bonnie Katz died on Friday at the Gatehouse of Divine Providence Hospital. Bonnie owned La Chocolat in Williamsport for 28 years and served on Williamsport Council for 14 years. She was first elected in 2012 and was currently the vice president of council. A replacement for her seat will need to be appointed to fill the remainder of her term, which is set to end in 2027. Bonnie Katz was 80. And 97-year-old Margaret Peggy Fields is being recognized as the oldest organ donor in Pennsylvania history. The Altoona woman donated her liver to a woman in her 60s who is now doing well. Peggy's family made the trip from their home in Florida last week to honor and remember her memory and said she was always a volunteer for many historical organizations across the Commonwealth. Her family said that now the woman with a passion for history is part of history herself. Officials with the Center for Organ Recovery and Education said even at 97 years old, a person can still help someone to have a second chance at life. For the latest in news and events, head on over to NorthCentralPA.com. I'm Liz Brady, and you're up to date with 570 News on the Go.